What happens when two souls are drawn together by a fire they cannot resist, even when the world insists they should stay apart? That is the question burning at the heart of our fault, and the brand new trailer makes sure we feel every ounce of that forbidden passion. One look at Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara on screen, and it's clear, this isn't just another love story. It's a collision course between desire, danger, and destiny. The trailer doesn't whisper. It roars with emotion, and from the very first second, it tells us that this story will be as unforgettable as it is heartbreaking date at its core. Our fault, culpa nostra, picks up threads from a larger universe that fans have been waiting years to revisit. The movie belongs to the popular Culpas trilogy, a storm of romance, betrayal, and emotional chaos that captured the hearts of millions. For anyone unfamiliar, this story follows Nick and Noah, two people whose bond is as magnetic as it is destructive. Their relationship exists in a fragile space between love and pain, between hope and heartbreak, and that's exactly what has made audiences return again and again to their story. Now, with Amazon Prime bringing this chapter to life, the stakes have never been higher. The trailer wastes no time in reminding us why the story became so addictive in the first place. Within moments, we see glances that carry entire conversations, touches that suggest danger, and confrontations that hint at the dark secrets buried beneath the surface. It doesn't matter if you've read the books or seen the earlier adaptations. The energy is the same, intense, raw, and unstoppable. Every frame makes it clear that this isn't about an easy romance. It's about love that consumes, challenges, and threatens to destroy everything in its path. What makes this trailer so effective is how it reintroduces the world of our fault with both nostalgia and urgency. Fans who followed the story from the beginning recognize the emotional beats instantly. The way Nicole Wallace embodies Noah's strength and vulnerability, or how Gabriel Guevara channels Nick's reckless charm and inner torment. But even if you're stepping into this story for the first time, the trailer pulls you right into the whirlwind. The cinematography, the music, and the intensity of the performances all work together to create a promise. This is not just a continuation. This is a full-scale emotional storm waiting to break loose, and that's the brilliance of the setup. The trailer doesn't need to give away everything, it just gives us enough to feel the weight of the story. We sense the history between these characters, we feel the depth of their connection, and yet the danger of their bond hangs heavy in the air. It's the kind of storytelling that grips you immediately because it mirrors the chaos of real forbidden love, passionate, reckless, and impossible to ignore. As the first section of the trailer unfolds, one truth becomes clear: our fault is not simply about two people falling in love. It is about what happens when love defies reason, when emotion challenges morality, and when desire refuses to be silenced. It's a story of two people walking on the edge of a blade, knowing one wrong step could cut everything apart, and yet still daring to walk forward together. The trailer doesn't just give us a glimpse of the story, it pulls us headfirst into a storm of emotions. Every frame feels carefully crafted to remind us that this is not a simple romance. It is an unfiltered dive into love that dares to exist in the face of judgment, fear, and consequence. From the very first scene, we see the return of Nick and Noah, and the screen itself feels alive with their tension. Their eyes meet, and the silence between them says more than 1,000 words could ever capture. It's a silence heavy with history, passion, and unresolved battles. One of the most striking moments in the trailer is how it balances stillness with chaos. We see flashes of calm, the stolen glances, the quiet moments in cars, the soft whispers in dark corners. But these scenes are immediately shattered by fast cuts of conflict, arguments lit by firelight, doors slamming, hands pulling away from each other as if even their touch carries danger. It's this rhythm, the back and forth between tenderness and destruction, that makes the trailer impossible to look away from. We are being told that every time Nick and Noah come close, something or someone stands ready to tear them apart. Another highlight that stands out is the visual style itself. The camera doesn't just capture, it invades. Close-ups lock us into the raw emotion etched on the characters' faces. When Noah's eyes well up with tears, the frame lingers long enough for us to feel her heartbreak. When Nick grits his jaw. In frustration, the shot holds until we see his pain bleeding through his confidence. It's not just beautiful cinematography, it's a window into their inner battles. Every scene feels drenched in meaning, and every cut leaves us with more questions than answers. The trailer also teases physical passion in a way that is both tender and explosive. There are moments of intensity, a hand gripping a shoulder, a kiss that feels like surrender, an embrace that looks as though the world could collapse around them and they wouldn't care. But there are also glimpses of danger in that passion, like sharp edges hidden beneath silk. The message is clear. This love is as intoxicating as it is destructive. It will lift them higher than ever, but it will also push them closer to the edge of ruin. Symbolism is scattered throughout the trailer, leaving fans eager to interpret its meaning. Fast cars cutting through the night hint at escape and rebellion. Dimly lit hallways suggest secrets and shadows. Rain pouring over the characters feels less like weather and more like a metaphor for drowning in emotions too powerful to contain. Each visual cue whispers of a deeper storm coming, one that no amount of love or longing may be able to control. Perhaps the most powerful element of the trailer is not what it shows, but what it withholds. We see conflict, but not its cause. We sense heartbreak, but not the final outcome. It's a careful dance of giving just enough to hook us, but leaving enough unsaid to keep us guessing. Fans are left with 1,000 questions. Who is standing in their way? What sacrifices will have to be made? Can a love this forbidden ever end in peace, or is tragedy the only path forward? Asterisk, when you think about what makes our fault more than just another love story, it always comes back to one thing: the connection between Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara. Their chemistry isn't just something that happens on screen, it's the heartbeat of the entire story. Watching them together feels like witnessing two forces of nature colliding, unpredictable and unstoppable. The trailer captures that energy perfectly, reminding us why audiences all over the world have been waiting to see them reunite. From the very first moment they appear, their presence fills the screen with tension you can almost touch. It's in the way their eyes lock, holding just a fraction of a second too long. It's in the hesitation of their movements, as if they're fighting an invisible pull but always end up giving in. Nicole, as Noah, radiates a mix of strength and vulnerability. You can feel her heart warring with her head, her desire fighting against reason. And Gabriel, as Nick, embodies that dangerous charm that both attracts and unsettles. He is reckless yet magnetic, someone you know could ruin you, and yet you can't help but lean closer. Together, they create a dynamic that is both beautiful and destructive. And that contradiction is what keeps us watching. What makes their chemistry so unforgettable is how it goes beyond words. Dialogue almost becomes unnecessary when Nicole and Gabriel share the frame. The emotions ripple through their expressions, their body language, their silences. In one scene, a simple glance from Nick feels like a promise, while Noah's quiet sigh speaks louder than any confession could. The camera doesn't need to exaggerate, it just lingers, letting the audience soak in the tension. And that's the secret. Their performances allow us to believe in the weight of this love. No matter how impossible it may seem, the trailer also plays with contrast in their chemistry. There are moments of softness where they look at each other as though nothing else exists, as their love could be their salvation. But almost immediately the tone shifts and we see the fire ignite anger, frustration, a passion so overwhelming that it blurs the line between love and war. This duality is what makes their relationship feel alive. It's not perfect, it's not easy, and that's why it resonates. Because in real life, love is rarely neat or safe, it's complicated, messy, and often dangerous. Nicole and Gabriel embody that truth with a rawness that feels almost too real for longtime fans. Their reunion carries another layer of meaning. Having seen them together before, audiences bring their own memories and emotions into these moments. That shared history between actors and viewers deepens the impact of every scene in the trailer. It's like reconnecting with an old story, but one that has grown darker, deeper, and more intense with time. For new viewers, though, the chemistry still speaks instantly. Even without context, it's impossible to ignore the fire that burns between them. The buzz online has already proven this point. Fans are replaying the trailer, dissecting every look, every touch, every moment where their characters collide. Social media is alive with theories, edits, and excited speculation. People aren't just watching Nick and Noah, they're feeling them, rooting for them, and bracing themselves for the heartbreak they know is coming. That level of engagement doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of two actors who can ignite a screen simply by standing near each other. In the end, the trailer's greatest triumph lies in how it uses Nicole Wallace and Gabriel Guevara's undeniable chemistry to anchor the chaos around them, the forbiddance. Love, the drama, the secrets, all of it only works because we believe in their connection. Without that bond, the story would be just another romance. But with it, Our Fault becomes something unforgettable, a love story that feels dangerous, addictive, and tragically beautiful. At the center of Our Fault, Colpa Nostra, lies a theme that has fascinated storytellers for centuries: forbiddance. Love, it is a story as old as time, yet it never loses its power. Why? Because forbiddance love is never just about two people. It's about everything standing in their way: the rules of society, the expectations of family, the weight of secrets, and the fear of destruction. In this trailer, Amazon Prime captures that timeless theme with a modern intensity that makes it impossible to ignore. The love between Nick and Noah isn't painted as sweet or gentle. It's portrayed as dangerous, almost combustible, like holding fire in your hands. Every touch carries risk, every kiss feels like rebellion, and every stolen moment is shadowed by the threat of being torn apart. The trailer doesn't shy away from this, it leans into it, showing us that their love is both their salvation and their downfall. That tension, that impossible balance, is what makes the story so captivating. One of the strongest elements of the trailer is how it uses drama as a weapon. We see heated arguments, tears streaming down faces, doors slammed in frustration, and moments where silence cuts deeper than any words could. These dramatic beats don't just tell us the plot. They tell us about the emotional cost of forbiddance. Love, to be together, Nick and Noah must fight not only the world but also themselves, their pride, their anger, their fears. And it is in those battles that the story finds its most powerful moments. The idea of secrecy runs like a shadow through the trailer. Dimly lit rooms, whispered words, hidden encounters all remind us that this is a love that cannot be lived in the open. It's a love forced into corners, surviving in stolen minutes and hidden glances. That secrecy intensifies the drama, because we know that secrets rarely stay buried. Sooner or later, they rise to the surface, and when they do, the fallout is explosive. The trailer makes us anticipate that very explosion, leaving us on edge, waiting for the moment when everything comes crashing down. Another theme woven into the fabric of Our Fault is the question of choice versus destiny. Are Nick and Noah truly free to walk away, or are they trapped by something larger than themselves? The way the trailer frames them, constantly pulled back into each other's orbit, suggests that no matter how hard they fight it, their love is inevitable. And yet, inevitability doesn't guarantee happiness. Instead, it raises the question, is love enough when everything else is against you? This theme gives the story its depth, reminding us that sometimes love isn't about fairy tale endings, it's about the sacrifices we're willing to make. Even when they break us, the drama is heightened by the sense that time itself is working against them. The pacing of the trailer, fast cuts, rising music, sudden silences, creates the feeling of a ticking clock. As viewers, we sense urgency, as though every moment could be the last chance, the last embrace, the last fight. This urgency amplifies the emotions, making every scene heavier, every word sharper. It's a reminder that forbidden's love often burns brightest, not because it lasts forever, but because it knows it might end at any second, and beneath it all, there is tragedy. The trailer doesn't tell us exactly how this story will end, but it hints at heartbreak, loss, and consequences that cannot be avoided. That's the beauty of forbidden's love stories. They promise passion, but they also promise pain. We don't watch them for happy endings. We watch them because they reflect the truth of desire, that sometimes the things we want most are the very things that destroy us. In our fault. Drama isn't just a genre, it's the lifeblood of the story. Every conflict, every whispered promise, every tear-streaked face reminds us that this isn't a tale of perfect romance. It's a story of love that defies reason, survives in shadows, and burns too brightly to last. And that is why audiences are hooked, because deep down we know that the most unforgettable stories are the ones that break our hearts while making us believe in love all over again.